Thank you so much. Are there any case studies or success stories included in this book? And if yes, then please share something about the case studies.
Um, there aren't any case studies in this particular book. All this entire book is written based on my observation of myself and people around me. And when I started seeing how people are becoming successful, and I also started seeing instances where I did well and where I did not do well, I then realized that there is a method around this madness. There is a formula that is driving us uh, to this stage. And when I was exploring more about it is when I came about this one. And that is how I wrote this. I did not quote any case studies because there aren't any discussed case studies in this one. But these are all based on my observation of people around me.
But might be like influenced from true incidents, real events.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, in this book, you have mentioned about networking as well as mentorship. So, could you please throw some light on these two topics? How important networking is, and how important the role of mentorship is.
Yeah, I think these are, they have really helped me a lot. Um, One of the biggest mistakes that many of us do when we are trying to network is to see what the network can give us. And that's a very incorrect way of networking. When we want to network, we should always see what is it that I can give to the network. So how can I help this network? Because what that does, as I start helping the network, as I start giving to the network, even before expecting anything from that network, is I'm building trust. I'm building an ability to share things and give things without really expecting. Now, what that does is it puts pressure back on the network to give me things. So they would go out of their way to identify what you want and start giving them to you. You really don't have to ask. And that has worked so brilliantly well for me. If you see, there's an organization called BNI, that stands for Business Network International. One of their core values is givers gain. So when they admit members into their network, they only ask what is it that you can give to the network. So as they start doing it, we start gaining. We start gaining immensely out of it. So my recommendation when we start networking is look at people and see how you can contribute to that group. Go to that group, contribute, and do your best. As you're doing that, inherently you are strengthening your skills, you're strengthening your capabilities. Eventually, things will come to you at the right time. I might be sounding a little philosophical on this, but that's the truth. So that is about networking. Um, from a mentorship standpoint, if the way I have written this book is in a conversational form of a mentor talking to a mentee. So this book, in essence, there are three things that I didn't clearly talk, but they come across all across the book are a mentor-mentee relationship, a coach-coachee relationship, because the conversation between these two individuals, one individual keeps playing the role of sometimes a mentor and sometimes a coach. Okay. And the third thing that the concept that this book encapsulates is the art of self-coaching. So as we start reading this book, it gives insights on what kind of questions you should be asking yourself. So self-coaching is so powerful. It is less talked about, but it is a step ahead of reflection. So reflection ends with seeing what we have done. Self-coaching takes it further by asking what am I learning from it, and how can I put that to use. So these two concepts strongly come out of this book.